Hi, I'm James Schillinglaw, and I'm here with Amanda Kelly, who is an Aussie Specialist. Now, if you don't know about Aussie Specialists, it's a program for Australia to learn much more about selling travel to Australia. It's been around for a long time, and Amanda has been an Aussie Specialist for several years, and now there's a whole new program they've just introduced. We're going to talk about that and a whole lot more, what the Specialist program has meant to her business on Insider Travel Report. Now, Amanda, first of all, it's great to meet you here live. I thought we were going to do this by Zoom, but it's great that we're here live. Let's talk about that. When did you first become an Aussie Specialist?
I was an Aussie Specialist a few years back, and then they launched their Aussie Ambassador program as well, with a special to be able to find somebody to showcase the country.
And so you are now actually an Aussie Ambassador, right?
I am an Aussie Ambassador for the U.S., that's correct.
And I know we're going to be showing some of the videos that you took all around Australia. How many times have you been to Australia?
I've been 5 times.
That's great. And all these. Now, what is your travel agency and the name?
Live Well Travel.
Okay. And have you really focused on Australia, or you do sell other things?
I sell other things, but my focus, especially as we head into this new year and travel is coming back, that is a focus that I am continually growing and really emerging in.
Yeah, and so you already have experience there. So the original course, when you took Aussie Specialist, what did it consist of? What did you have to do?
There were several modules that you went through with different courses for your skill set and going through, and then you would have quizzes at the end. What they've done now is revamped that a bit, and they've listened to a lot of the travel advisors' feedback, and they've shortened those, condensed them. They've also put a little prizes with those too. So when you complete courses, you get some points for different prizes.
That's great. And so this is the brand new Aussie Specialist program, just launched this year. And you probably go back and do a few of those as well, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Or you're just such an expert, you can't do it.
No, we can always learn new things. And what I like is they narrow it down to expertise. So if you have an interest in wine regions around Australia, it's an opportunity for you to really get more in depth on that as well.
No, that's great. Now, do you think it really helped you in your Aussie sales?
Oh, 100%. Your knowledge, having the posture to speak to things, and all the tools that they have on there for you really allows you to speak as if you've been to some of those areas, or if you've traveled or haven't, you can at least speak knowledgeably about it.
And of course, one of the benefits of being an Aussie Specialist is eventually you can go there, right?
Absolutely. That's a huge perk for when you complete the specialist program. It allows you the opportunity to go on your own and being able to explore that, and also being invited to some of those famille opportunities.
Yeah, and there's a lot of places to go. Where have you been in Australia so far?
I feel like I've been quite a bit. I've been in Sydney, of course, the iconic Sydney Bridge, and hiked up the bridge. Been to Uluru, so did the Outback area. Had a fabulous time down to Kings Canyon, Alice Springs, Great Barrier Reef area, absolutely wonderful, and through Port Douglas, and have also been to Tasmania.
Tasmania. You're speaking like an Aussie now, right?
Yeah,
that's part of the deal. You get to speak like an Aussie. That's why you're an Aussie Specialist. Now, what have you been doing during the pandemic? When basically Australia was closed, and it has been, still is now. We're going to talk about that in a second. But what did you do? Obviously the new Aussie Specialist program came out. You probably looked at it already and saw some new stuff. But what did you focus your agency on? And were you still selling Australia for into the future?
Oh, absolutely. Really focusing how travel comes back, how, book now, travel later, having the opportunity to be able to still showcase what's available. And, the longer we kind of had to sit back and realize that when we don't get a chance to travel, that's when we get excited to want to and anticipate that. So continuing to educate consumers on the product as far as what Australia offers and continually educate them during this particular time was a huge benefit to keep growing that business.
No, so you had that time to do that, and you might not have the sales right away, but they're going to come, right?
Absolutely. That's what you're planning for. You're really trying to continue to educate them, share more of that information, bring intrigue as to why there's nothing like Australia.
And that is absolutely true. Now, What do you see? What are you hearing in terms of when the country is going to open up? I know we've talked to Chris Allison, who's Tourism Australia here. He had an idea it'd probably be sometime in the first quarter. Is that what you're hearing?
So right now, the country itself is at a 70% vaccination rate, and they're trying.
Pretty high.
That's very high, and they've obviously done a great job in trying to continue that trend upward. And as of November 1st, they are allowing and working toward allowing those citizens back in that haven't been able to travel back. And then first quarter, is kind of what they're predicting.
Yeah, that's what we're hearing. So looks like we're probably going to be all back in Australia, probably with vaxxed and probably with testing and everything else by first quarter sometime. I know we're all missing it. It's been 2 years really that anybody and Australia was really good at clamping down and they didn't want anybody to have COVID. So which was ambitious, but it kind of worked for them. But now they're ready and reemerging, and we U.S. citizens now can go probably this first quarter. So we'll see what happens. Now, anything else you want to tell your fellow travel advisors out in there in the market about the benefits of the Aussie Specialist program?
One of the things is, if you are not yet an Aussie Specialist, get on the website, aussiespecialist.com. There are tons of resources on there to be able to further enhance your education. If you're worried about not knowing the destination, that's going to just, again, bring that knowledge to you to be able to share that. And reach out to the suppliers, the resources that we have at your fingertips to be able to help you sell and share that with others. And of course, as we said before, an opportunity to get to the land down under when you complete that course too.
Well, that's great, and I've been twice. You've been 5 times, and I think you probably are going to go a few more times before you're done here. It is one of the original specialist programs, and it just keeps getting better, and it really helps you sell that country so much. And if you've never been, for years ago we said Australia was that aspirational destination so many Americans wanted to go to. Some started to go more, but it was less aspirational. But they always said, "Oh, it's too far," but it really isn't that bad. It's like, what did they say? 4 movies and a couple of cocktails, if we can drink in the air anymore. But that's another story. But it's not that bad anymore.
No, I tell a lot of individuals it's binge watching a show or watching a movie, a dinner, and then again, a lot of those flights leave in the evening. So if you prep yourself to have a good sleep and you wake up refreshed, ready, and you have a lot more updated, the Dreamliners, a lot of the aircrafts too, where you can be comfortable in that too. And really that shouldn't deter anybody from the long haul flight to get over there.
No, it isn't a bad flight at all, and I've done it a few times. Amanda, I want to thank you for telling us all about the Aussie Specialist. Now, once again, what's that website that they can go to find out more?
You're going to go to aussiespecialist.com, and you can get registered there and start getting all of the newsletters and even the monthly educational things that we do, Zooms, everything else to keep you updated.
And that comes not just from an Aussie Specialist, but an Aussie ambassador. So you better take her word for it. So again, Amanda, great to see you. Thank you so much for filling us in about the Aussie Specialist program as it is today. And hopefully we'll see you all down under pretty soon.
That's right, because there's nothing like Australia.
Absolutely. I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.